From soldier to board gamer to YouTuber, welcome back to this Board Game Officer. Today we are doing a preview of Aerodome Rising Horizon. Aerodome is a competitive head-to-head game. Players assume the roles of fighters and, using their constructive maneuver hand, aim to outfly opponents in the stadium and be the last one flying. So Aerodome Rising Horizon is going to be a two-player head-to-head aerial fighting, dog fighting planes, basically. So this game is going to be a card-driven game. The very first part of this game is actually going to be a deck construction. Now the rulebooks do have set up for your first time of recommendation for the first time, depending on what plane you're doing. There's, I believe, 16 different planes you could choose from, and each one has their own deck that they can construct, or recommended deck that they can construct. But overall, it is going to be, after that, you can construct your deck however you want with the hundreds of cards that they have. Your deck is going to consist of only 9 cards, and they're going to be numbered 1 through 9. So there's going to be, like 15, 10, 15, I don't even know, I didn't count up, 10, 15 options for Initiative 1 card that you have to have. And then there's going to be 10, 15 options for Initiative 2 card that you have to have. So you will have Initiatives 1 through 9 in your hand of 9 cards. I guess just say hand because it's not really a deck because it's only 9 and you have all 9 in your hands. But, and then you're going to get into gameplay. So here we have the map set up here. This is going to be a 12-inch by 24-inch map that you do need to, if you don't have this exact map, this does come with the game. But if you don't want to use this specific thing, you do need to outline a 12 by 24 area because the area does matter. You are going to take your plane and place it on one short end, and your opponent is going to do the same. So you're starting on opposite ends of the battlefield. The game has 3 phases: the initiative phase, the action phase, and the end phase. Initiative phase is when you're going to go through your deck of cards or your hand of cards 1 through 9, and you are going to pick which one you want to do. Now, the higher the number, the faster you go. So you will pick the card that you want to do. At the same time, you and your opponent will reveal at the same time, and then you are going to compare who has the highest. Whoever has the highest initiative gets to go first. If you if you have the same initiative, then you will roll a dice and the highest one goes first. Next up, what we have is the action phase. This is when you will play the actions that are on your card. Your card will have, as you can see, those actions on the left side, top left side, those 3 actions there. That is going to be your actions that you do on your card. If there is a little lock button, if you could see, there's a little lock on that first one. If there's a lock, you have to do that action. If it is just a white border, you have to do that number if you do that action. And some of them will have a black border. The black border means you can do up to that many number for that action. So, and there are actions here. Here are your 5 actions. Got a nice little action card here. You can move straight. You can do an Immelman maneuver. You could rotate. You could turn. You could shoot. Or you can roll. Now, the numbers on here, when it says straight 1 or turn 3, what that number correlates to are these guys right here. This is going to be, I'm pretty sure it's an inch. But you are going to take this, let's say you're going straight. You can see that's got an arrow, so that's the front of your plane. You are going to place, this is a straight 3. So you place that there, hold that, you go to the other side, and then you take that off, and now you just moved straight 3. If you want to roll, or if you want to turn, you come here, you put it on the straight edge of one of the arrows, you move around, and you turn in that same direction. So as to, now you're going forward and turning, right? So you're kind of doing a turn maneuver. You've got a roll, which just goes straight from that, basically a side shuffle. You roll in place, rolling for 3 in this case. You have an Immelman maneuver, which you go straight and then turn a 180. And then you have the simple rotate, which makes sense. So you're going to be playing your cards. You're going to be moving your plane all over the place. So let's say they come into like this range here. Now let's say one of these is so that symbol there is a shoot for 2. What the 2 on the shoot means is that's how many dice you're going to roll for that shot. But you are going to take this shot area holder thingamabobber and you're going to place it on the front. And if this thing touches the other plane, then you are within range and you can shoot them. As you can see, he is just out of range. So if we had that shoot action, it would do nothing because he's not in range. But if he was moved just an inch closer, as you can see, it covers him up. It touches him. Therefore, he's in range. And you roll the 2 dice. You will do 1 damage for every 5 to 6 rolled. There are many effects. So sometimes there's rerolls. You could do burn, you could daze, you can freeze. There are other actions other than just damage, but overall that is what you are doing is moving around this board, having a nice little dogfight, trying to shoot each other. Now, one thing to mention, as I stated before, the edges do matter. If you ever fly your plane and it lands off the board, even by a little bit, you will roll as many dice as many vertexes are off the board. As you can see here, if you can, there are 2 vertexes that are off the board. So I would roll 2 dice to see if I take any damage, and then continue to take my turn. So you have to make sure to not fly off the board. That is why you need to determine 12 by 24 area for that. You do start off with 15 or 15 health each player. After you play your card, you will gain that card back to your hand unless it is dazed. Dazed means the card stays out for however many turns you are dazed for. After both players have done their action, you go to the end phase. The end phase is basically all the end phase is checking to see if anybody's 0. If anybody's health is 0, then you win, right? The other person wins. If no one is at 0, you will go to the initiative phase again, once again picking another card and going back and forth throughout the game. That there is Aerodome Rising Horizons down and dirty preview of this game. If you are interested in this is available to buy right now. This is done by Epherian Games by Wade. Oh, what's his name? Wade Piche? Piche? Yep. You can go ahead and I'll put a link to a copy of this game if you're interested in it. Anyways, this is Board Game Officer, and I will see you later.